I just got back from Mountain View. Believe it. I'm just trying to get chat up on my phone. Not that it ever works. There we go. There we go. Oh no. Oh yeah. It's working. Okay. Okay, so, alright, so I've been at Mountain View since 9 o'clock. Rain, the kitten that came in yesterday from the feral colony, had a really rough night. She was vomiting roundworms, which is an indication that she had an incredibly heavy parasite load. And then by 6 a.m. her gums were pale. I had given her fluids around midnight, just to help replace some of the fluids that she was throwing up. So she was really not doing well by this morning. So I took her with me this morning when I went to Mountain View, and they have admitted her. She's on IV fluids and antibiotics and some anti-nausea stuff. And so, oh goodness, who is speaking? Who is speaking? What's happening out there? What? So, anyway, so there's no way to know what exactly is going on with her. But her temperature has been dropping all morning, and she's not doing great. So everything is being done for her. We don't know whether it's viral or if there's something, internal going. We just don't know at this point what's going on, but we are treating her with everything possible that we can do for her. And so I will keep you posted on that. She definitely needs. She definitely needs your good thoughts and prayers. Oh, sorry. So that's not probably the news you were hoping for. And then, so Thumper, so I took in, we were gonna have Walt and Daisy spayed and neutered today, but because they both are still, Daisy was the last to develop symptoms for upper respiratory, and she still has that pretty significant sore on her mouth. So I took in a couple of other kittens, Tigress and Thumper, and Dr. Henderson just wanted to consult with some specialists about whether we are taking on any additional risk by doing a spay or neuter on them before they're completely symptom-free. So I appreciate her taking the time to check that before we do anything. Not that the surgeries are a big deal, but they do add a little bit of stress to the system in general, and so we wouldn't want to go ahead and do them and then you know, find out later that it made their symptoms worse, right? So we're taking the cautious approach on that, and so no one got spayed or neutered today, and she is hoping to again have an answer on that, whether we should continue with tomorrow's, whether it's, you know, not generally a concern because they don't have fevers and they're, you know, eating and drinking and playing and all that stuff, which are the criteria we normally look for, but because they are still symptomatic, she just wanted to be extra cautious and make sure that that is something that the experts agree would be okay, or whether the experts would say that we should wait until they're completely symptom-free, which would hopefully happen within a week, right? So, oh, is it frozen? Okay, hold on, let me fix it. Sorry, I can't, they have sort of dismantled my monitor system in here. These scampy kittens. Stand by. Yeah, so it's interesting because we do occasionally see cats and kittens that come in that don't show any obvious symptoms that anything's wrong on intake. And I did review with Dr. Henderson, you know, every step of what we did and you know, what we found, and, you know, her temperature and her everything that was checked. And she did confirm that that was, you know, that there was nothing that should have been done differently or that was missed. I am very curious to find out what exactly it has, you know, happened, just so that if there's anything we can learn about, you know, if there's something else that we could check or that we could do to sort of predict something like this, that we hopefully will be able to determine that. But we did have that conversation at great length. That, you know, what protocol was followed and whether there was anything that should have been done differently, or that you know, would have potentially detected a problem in advance. And she did not think that there was anything, because we just don't know the history and we don't know what's happened with them leading up to being trapped. There's stress from trapping, you know, there's the sudden deworming, which again, she said you you just have to do that. There's no way to avoid that. It's worse to avoid it than it is to, you know, do it. And typically the reaction to even a heavy parasite load, you know, it's not super abnormal for them to be vomiting worms, but to be vomiting worms and then, you know, to sort of crash, you know, within a matter of hours is unusual. So there must be something else underlying that's going on that, for whatever reason, either reached a threshold early this morning, or, you know, we don't know if it was triggered by stress. There's just no way to know at this point. So she is negative for feline leukemia and FIV, which is something. So that is at least positive. I shouldn't say that's positive. She's negative, which is good. That's one thing that we were able to rule out. It's just that her condition degraded so quickly. It's somewhat alarming, and you know, until we see how she does with antibiotic, IV antibiotics, fluids, and anti-nausea meds. We won't know what's going to happen next. So, so around midnight she had started throwing up the worms. At that point, I gave her fluids because she wasn't interested in eating, just because she was feeling nauseous, which is not unusual for being dewormed when there's a heavy parasite load. So, under usual circumstances, it's a cause for monitoring, but not a cause for immediate concern. And then when I went in to check her at 6 a.m., her gums were pale, and she just was looking worse instead of looking better after having fluids. So that to me was a sign that there was something else going on, and so that's why I took her in. So that's the story, and I will keep you posted. I probably won't have any updates until the end of the day, unless something happens. A reaction to revolution should not be so severe and so acute, so fast. So it's not likely that I'm sure that she has more parasites than roundworms, but again, even a heavy parasite load is we get that all the time, and there's not such an extreme reaction. So it's it's unusual, and at least she's warm and she's not in any pain, and she's getting lots of snuggles, and she's being very, very well cared for. And so we just have to wait. Yeah, so I mean, all of the colony kittens have come in sick with something. So she didn't have any obvious symptoms, which was good. But that's it's a great lesson on why we were following ISO protocol even after she didn't show any lesions in the black leg. It's why for 14 days we never assume that they're healthy, because there's almost always stuff that's brewing inside of them that you may not see symptoms for generally up to 14 days. And so you never want to assume they're healthy just because they look healthy, but there was really no reason, there was no cause for concern until she was vomiting, and then when I saw that her gums were pale because they were normal when she came in, that's an indication that there's something else going on. So So I will keep you posted. I think I have links to almost all the Facebook pages for adoptions. Lucy! I will try to post them on Facebook. I haven't done anything today, because I just got back from the vet and then I came straight here, and so I haven't even done like Cass's, smushy breakfast or anything like that. So I have a whole huge backlog of stuff. I'm on feeding duty today at the feeding station, so today is gonna be, wow, that was impressive. Today I'm now running several hours behind on already very busy day. So I don't know if I will even have time to do a post, but I will try. Beautiful. Okay.